We're working in a show business company, so there's a bunch of cool aspects around it. The culture, the environment, brand name recognition, just a cool place to work. We have XIV deployment for our Oracle environment. So we have a number of Oracle databases that used in production. We're also running a dev, test, and backup environment on the XIV. We utilize snapshots on XIV. It's a space-efficient way of using them. The way we are doing it is we're overriding an existing snapshots in our dev and test environment on a weekly basis, and we're overriding it on a daily basis for our backup environment. When we implemented XIVs in our environment, we went from replacing over 16 racks of space, probably more, by just putting in 3 XIVs with 2 terabyte and 3 terabyte drives. So when we first met with IBM, they presented us a marketing slide where it showed roughly 120,000 IOPS that we would be able to push from our system. I went to one of the sessions recently on a more newer version, and the number that was presented was 140,000 IOPS. That was a complete lie. The actual number, once we did performance testing and configurations and tuning on the operating system, ended up being over 160,000 IOPS with 300,000 transactions per minute. We usually see around 0 to 1 millisecond latency. XIV provides us enough performance capacity that we do not have a use case for any flash memory outside of XIV. All the data that we are storing is critical to the business. Even our dev and test environment are extremely critical. We have a big amount of engineers in our organizations, and if those engineers cannot produce and cannot perform even for a single hour, that's a big loss to the business. Prior to having XIV, we had to have a separate software just to monitor statistics. Now XIV has it built in, and it's a great ability for our application owners, our DBAs, to dig into performance issues and eliminate that it's actually not the storage and it's something else. So when we look for vendors, we not necessarily look for somebody to sell us stuff. We're looking for somebody to establish a partnership with, somebody that will be by our side during the good times and the bad times. And that relationship we now have with IBM. We're going to do a big push to remove our VMware environment from the existing infrastructure to the more XIVs. We have 2,500 VMs that are running currently not on XIV. So we're doing a lot of testing and a lot of performance tuning, and so far it's looking great. Storage is a big part of our IT infrastructure, especially in our data center. XIV is so stable all across because of the work balancing and because of parallelism. XIV was a better choice. And since we implemented it, we had it for over a year and a half. We hadn't had a single downtime. I'm the biggest XIV fanboy there is. That's a true story.